on winning the WNBA Best Player ESPY. And y'all make sure y'all get out there and support those beautiful women and what they do. God bless y'all, love y'all.
Lights, camera, action, wanna walk through the door.
Short steps by Pirtle, beautiful pass by RJ. And LeBron throws a furious.
And I would never take it for granted. Every time I step foot on the floor, either coaching my boys or playing, I'm gonna give it everything. I do it for myself.
You know that feeling when you're on top of the world and then bam, everything comes crashing down? That's exactly what happened to LeBron James after his epic game-winning three-pointer against the Pacers. 1 second, he's the hero, celebrating with a dance that had the crowd going wild. The next, he's facing a $15,000 fine from the NBA. Talk about a mood killer. But why did the league come down so hard on King James? Let's break it down. Picture this. LeBron's on fire, the clock's winding down, and the Lakers are trailing. The tension's thick enough to cut with a knife. Suddenly, LeBron gets the ball, steps back, and boom! He drains a deep three-pointer that has the whole arena erupting. It's like time stands still for a second, and then the place goes absolutely bonkers. But LeBron? He's not done yet. He's got something extra up his sleeve, and you won't believe what happens next. Just when you think he's gonna do his usual chest-pounding celebration, he busts out this dance that has everyone's jaws on the floor. It's wild, it's unexpected, and it's got the crowd losing their minds even more. Now get this. This celebration actually has a name. It's called the Sam Castle Dance. Yeah, you heard that right, but let's break it down for a second. LeBron's doing this motion below his waist, bouncing around like he's, well, you know, it's pretty out there. And that's exactly why it's causing such a stir. You can imagine the reactions. Some fans are laughing their heads off, others are a bit shocked, and the commentators? They're trying to keep it PG while describing what's going down on the court. It's a moment that's going viral faster than you can say King James. But here's where things take a turn. The NBA, they're not laughing, not even close. They come down hard on LeBron, slapping him with a $15,000 fine for what they're calling an obscene gesture. That's right, 15 grand for a celebration dance. Talk about a party pooper.
You ready to go to practice before we get better, bro? You've been talking all day. Let's go.
Practice? Not the game, you talking about practice? All right, I gotta get the practice.
Good ball off of Abaji to make sure it goes.
Mark. LeBron found him. This is going to leave a well. Ooh!
You'd think that'd be the end of it, right? LeBron gets fined, maybe apologizes, and we all move on. But hold up, because this story's just getting started. LeBron's reaction to this fine? Oh boy, that's a whole other can of worms. And trust me, you're gonna want to hear what he has to say about it. It's coming up next, and let me tell you, it's spicy. Alright, you thought LeBron would just take the fine and move on? Think again. King James isn't about to let this slide without speaking his mind. And when he does, let's just say the NBA might be wishing they never opened this can of worms. What LeBron says next is gonna have you shaking your head in disbelief. So here's the deal. LeBron gets hit with this $15,000 fine, right? You'd think he'd just pay up and keep it moving. But nah, that's not how King James rolls. He decides to share his thoughts on the fine, and boy, does he let loose. Imagine this. LeBron's at the post-game interview, reporters all around, microphones in his face, and then, boom, he drops the B word. Yep, you heard that right. Calls the whole thing Bull Astutiwang. Just like that, no filter, no holding back.
You gotta protect more, you gotta help more, you gotta sacrifice more in order to get this win. Dominate your opponent, man. Do whatever it takes to help the team win. I don't care how many more points I score or what I can or cannot do on the floor. The real question for me is, can I play without cheating this game?
The reporters are probably looking at each other like, did he really just say that? Now, you know the NBA is not going to let that slide. They're all about keeping things family friendly, right? So they hit LeBron with a warning. But get this, it's not just for the fine. It's for his language too. That's right, they're coming at him from all angles. You know what's crazy? This isn't just a LeBron thing. The NBA's been cracking down on players using profanity in interviews. They've been handing out fines left and right, anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000. That's some serious cash just for letting a few choice words slip. But here's where it gets really interesting. LeBron's not the only one who's been in hot water for his words. Other players have been getting hit with fines and warnings too. It's like the NBA's on some kind of language police mission or something. So now LeBron's walking this super fine line. One more slip up and who knows what'll happen. Maybe a bigger fine? A suspension? The NBA's not messing around, that's for sure. But wait, there's more to this story. You might be wondering, how did we even get here? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a little trip down memory lane. Let's rewind a bit and see what led up to this whole dance drama. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. Remember when we thought LeBron's dance was the biggest drama? Well, hold on to your seats, because we're about to dive into the chaos that started it all.
Something about you and Ernie have something in common. As y'all start losing a little up top, y'all start growing these beards out.
Yeah, I know, right?
See, I see those kids and it brings me right back to why I play. Those kids get me back to where I need to be. Just the pure love of this beautiful game.
Just days before the dance incident, LeBron found himself in hot water during a Lakers versus Pistons game. And trust me, it was wild. Picture this. LeBron's going up for a rebound, nothing unusual there, right? Wrong. In a split second, his elbow connects with Isaiah Stewart's face. Bam! Stewart's down, and he's not happy. Blood's dripping from above his eye, and the guy is seeing red, literally and figuratively. Now, you'd think that'd be the end of it. A foul, maybe a flagrant, and we move on. But nope, things went from 0 to 100 real quick. Stewart? He loses it. He's trying to get at LeBron like a bull seeing red. Players are jumping in, holding him back. It's like a WWE match broke out in the middle of an NBA game. The refs are watching this unfold, and they're like, "Nuh-uh, we're not having this." They toss both LeBron and Stewart out of the game. Just like that, King James is heading to the locker room early. But you know what's crazier? The drama doesn't end there. The next day, the NBA drops a bombshell. They suspend LeBron for 1 game. 1 game might not sound like much, but get this. It's the first suspension of LeBron's entire 19-year career. That's right. In nearly 2 decades of playing, this is the first time LeBron's been told to sit out a game for disciplinary reasons.
Needed one. I just needed one. Screen! Stay home! Jump! Switch, jump! Jump, switch! Hey, switch! You're coming out that way!
You know, he just creates so many different matchup problems for your defense, and you always have to be aware of them.
How do you slow him down?
The same way you slow me down. You can't.
That's how big this was. So, LeBron's watching from the sidelines as the Lakers take on the Knicks. And surprise, surprise, the Lakers struggle without their star player. They end up losing 106-100. It's like the whole team felt LeBron's absence. But here's the kicker. This suspension, it's not just a one-and-done thing. Nope, it's like lighting a fuse on a powder keg. It sets off a chain reaction that leads right up to that infamous dance and the drama that followed. You might be thinking, come on, how bad could it be? Well, let me tell you, what comes next is going to blow your mind. The NBA is about to show they're not messing around when it comes to player behavior, both on and off the court. And LeBron? He's right in the middle of it all. You thought LeBron was the only one in hot water. Think again. The NBA's crackdown is hitting players left and right, and some of these fines are wild. Remember Fred VanVleet? He pulled the same move as LeBron, and bam, $15,000 gone just like that. But here's the real kicker. There's a whole list of celebrations that'll get you in trouble now. You won't believe what's on it. The NBA's not playing around. They're sending a clear message. These gestures, not cool. Byron Spruill, the big boss of NBA league operations, is all about keeping things in check on the court. He's saying these moves just aren't okay. Period. But here's where it gets interesting. The players? They're not all on the same page. Some are saying the NBA's being way too harsh. They're like, come on, let us have some fun. Others, they get it. They're nodding along, thinking about keeping things family friendly.
Clear, D-Wade, clear! Hey, watch the rip! Watch the rip! Watch the rip!
This is your first All-Star game, man. Appreciate it.
On winning the WNBA Best Player ESPY. And y'all make sure y'all get out there and support those beautiful women and what they do. God bless y'all, love y'all.
Now let's talk about this list of no-no celebrations. It's like the NBA sat down and said, what can we ban today? Throat slashes? Nope. Finger guns? Forget about it. Even some dance moves are off limits now. It's like they're trying to turn the court into a no-fun zone. But you know what's crazy? This isn't just about LeBron or Van Vliet. It's happening all over the league. Players are getting hit with fines left and right for stuff they probably never thought twice about before. It's like walking through a minefield every time they celebrate now. So here's the deal. The NBA's walking this super thin line. On one side, they're trying to keep things clean and family friendly. On the other, they've got players who want to express themselves and have fun on the court. It's like trying to please everyone and no one at the same time. But with big stars like LeBron pushing back, you've got to wonder, what's next? Is the NBA going to double down and make things even stricter? Or are they going to ease up and let players be themselves? One thing's for sure. The next time a player hits a game winner, all eyes are going to be on that celebration. It's like we're all holding our breath, waiting to see what happens next in this crazy celebration showdown.